I'm back again with another analysis, and now we are going to check out Bitcoin. First of all, we'll take a look at the news very quickly. After that, we start analyzing the chart BTCUSD, and in this analysis, we are going through that uh, price with technical analysis with price action method, which would just only look at the price, not using a lot of indicators or almost no indicators, and our analysis will be a start from a clean chart, starting with weekly, and as long as we get through the chart and more getting closer to the current price to the right, we also dive into the lower time frames with daily and hourly time frames, and we also based on them we come up with three type of conclusions: short, mid, and long term. And also, it is going to be an update on my previous analysis, which you can find the link into the description if you are interested to, but I will actually cover the whole key points within this analysis. So let's jump into the news quickly. Here is the headline: Bitcoin features interest surges as bulls returns to market. Okay, we have a positive news on Bitcoin. The key points are that it seems to be back on bullish trend as it reached $28,000 after breaking through the resistance on 25,000. Interest in Bitcoin option is gathering momentum and has reached a new yearly high, which is another point of being seems to be an uptrend. And also dApps in banking sector in United States, it's making this cryptocurrency increasing attract asset to investors, which again just mm, showing that it is going to be bullish and uptrend. Let's jump into the chart. As I said, we start from the weekly clean chart. The first thing that I want to look at that, I can see that price has been created higher highs here. So it seems that it means that it was an impulsive way to the top and some sort of correction. So the first thing is that I utilize this Fibonacci retracement tool to find out how much it has been corrected. As we can see, it has been actually past even a little bit more of 78 percentage, maybe it is close to 80 percentage, which is a huge amount of correction. So let me remove these and just drawing a very this important support zone. It can be related to this higher high here as well in a very old time, but I don't want really to extend that. So having this uh, level here, just indicating that it's a very important support zone on almost 78 percentage of feeble level. That's enough to call it out. Also, I can see that here in this weekly, we had this kind of momentum as possible correction and also reversed to this level. And this level, I'm seeing that it is another major important level, which used to be support. And after breakout, now it start using, I can add more arrows here, really depending to which time frame we are looking at. But anyhow, these arrows make more sense when we dive into daily. But I can see that it might be a possible reversal here because it has been already reached to this level, which is 28, as you can see here on the right side of the chart, which we had in the news. But I will come back to that. Let's take a look at a little bit of history because as we are on the weekly chart, so we have recognized these levels. Also, we have recognized that it was in the 78 percentage. Let me just take a closer look to this wave. I'm seeing some sort of five-wave structure, even if it is a correction. It seems to be a correction, but I can see some sort of impulsive wave. As I said, it was up to this reversal, this correction. It was up to 78%. So it might be a possibility that it is an impulsive, just starting a very powerful downtrend in a very big scale in the long term. So that's why also can confirm that this five-way structure can be completely valid. So if this one is the corrective structure after these impulsive waves, now it has been started an impulsive downtrend. So let's quickly also check how much it has been corrected. That's not the correct way of drawing this. This is the beginning of this trend, and this is the end. And I can see it has been exactly corrected to 23 percentage. So it's a very key point, but also very low correction. So it is good to have that in mind because I'll also will come back to this point. 23 percentage of FIBO as the correction of this one. So it is quite well. I'm also seeing some sort of ABC, but not jump into a lot of details here because we need to dive into the daily. I'm happy about recognizing these levels and also finding out that okay, price has been just sit on the 23 percentage of FIBO as the correction of this previous one, as well as this very important critical zone now as the resistance. Let's jump into the daily now. Let me just reset the view. Let's zoom out a little bit, take a closer look to this uh, actually five wave structure. You can find more details about how I have actually um, counted the minor waves on this. I'm not going to jump into that, but I can see this impulsive wave as the first wave. Uh, and expanded flat or ABC, it is I can say that it is ABC. I can go through this one. So this is a minor wave. Let's just highlighted these minor waves to a little bit of uh, lighter color. So this ABC was some sort of a zigzag, and now we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of this third wave as well. Some sort of side wave structure, long-term range market, and could be some running flat as A, B, C, and the C was not a completed reversal to the top of the flat. Uh, Anyhow, it was running and finally reached this fifth level here on the 78 percentage. And also now we can see more details. I can add more arrows here. This is also almost to the same level. And we are seeing some sort of double top or triple top, sorry, double bottom or triple bottom to this level as well. So that's a good information also on the daily chart. So now let's take a closer look to this one, to the last impulsive wave, which as we are getting closer, we want to zoom in a little bit. I'm sure we will jump into the hourly as well, but before doing so, I want just to check out this level, this daily level, these two levels on top and the bottom. They were weekly more strong zones, but I have now found another level on a daily chart. If I zoom out a little bit, I can probably extend it to this and also find more. So I can see how many times price has been reacted to this level. Maybe we can add another red arrow here, but that's not really important. And let's add two other ones almost here. So this is our daily resistance level, which has been just broken. If you pay attention, it is almost if you take a look at the right side of the screen, the black number 25K, that is what we read in the news that it has been broken. So this is what has been broken, and now it has been reached to 28K, which again, it's a more major resistance level because it is a weekly one. As my opinion, it was this part was not a part of the news, but what I'm saying is that it has been reached to this level. Okay, in the previous, just as an update to the previous analysis, we were somewhere here. Again, you can find the link to that in the description. Here was the previous uh, analysis point, somewhere close to this point. And I was expecting that it is going to return from this level because we have reached this daily resistance structure, and I was expecting to just have a breakout, and we had that, and coming back to this level again. But the news, as we read in these news that we just checked out at the beginning of this stream, it because of the breakdown of the Silicon Valley Bank, it impacted the power of U.S. dollar, and we see that we actually had impulsive, sorry, U-turn from this point. So it didn't reach out to these, and we were expecting that after these, we are going to have come back to this level as a continuation, but that didn't happen, and because of that very strong news on the banking sector and what we just read in the news, it's just before reaching to the previous level, it is showing a more uptrend momentum, and now it has been reached. And also, uh, maybe I was expecting to reach out to this point, but we are seeing that it has been also broken to the upper, more strong weekly resistance, and it broke this daily resistance. This was an update to the previous analysis, but let's continue with this. So after this possible five-wave structure, I'm also seeing I can actually see in some sort of an ABC, but we really don't know if it is going to be ABC or not. Maybe it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will come back to that. But let's just imagine it is going to be our ABC with as the corrective structure this major downtrend. So the first thing I want to just measure is the target of this C. So I'm going to utilize these Fibonacci extensions that it says that yes, as the ABC, usually the target of C, it is completely valid to be 127. So let's get rid of this and add this, yeah, to 23 percentage of the major in, uh, impulsive wave, but also to the 127 percentage of the extension. So this is the point, very important level, weekly resistance, two kind of Fibonacci, one on retracement, 23 percentage, which is not a huge amount of correction, of course, and another one to 127. This is something that I want to actually take away from this daily chart, but but let's jump into another lower time frame, the 4 hour. I want to take a closer look to this final impulsive that I just created because of that um, Silicon Valley's bank news. So this rally, as we said, this has been reached the target of the extensions as well as the target. But I'm also seeing some sort of a reversal. It is going to actually it is some curve, so it is helping me to just um, bring up this MACD. I usually utilize these oscillators. My preference is MACD to measure and confirm the reversals. I can see that price created higher highs also from the previous one, created a higher high, but not that much of high. The next higher high, it is lower, which the divergence get started, and also another one, just tiny one, also a little bit down. So I'm seeing an obvious divergence here, which another indication of the end of this trend. So as the ABC, we have reached the 127 percentage. As the major one, we have reached these 23 percentage, a resistance, the end of ABC pattern, divergence, and also a little bit of a curve because I'm seeing that as the price, as we are actually looking at the price when we are utilizing price action method, we can see that the margin between this higher high to the next one is good, but the next one to the previous one is much lower. And also we can see that it seems that it is struggling to create a new ones. So all of these indicating just some sort of reversal. So as the short term coming up, and now we have reached our conclusion. As the short term, as we are on the hourly chart, I'm expecting another reversal to this 25,000, as we had in the news about that it has been broken to, this has been broken. So I'm actually expecting a reversal from this much stronger resistance to this previous zone to retest it. So this retest is my uh, short-term conclusion. As a long term, if I go back to daily, after this return, it's really depending to how we are actually going to count this wave. As I said, now just let's keep it as ABC. But for the midterm, I'm going to have shared two scenarios with you. One is an uptrend, just breaking down this level. If the bullish market is going to be more powerful and probably creating a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is not going to be an ABC anymore. It is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and might be a continuation. But the major thing as the midterm is that it is going to have the momentum to top. Or if it is going to be an ABC, as we reach out to this level, we're probably going to have some sort of correction. But after that correction, we are going to have the continuation as we are going to start a new impulsive wave downtrend. So this bull market, what we are seeing here, might be only a corrective structure, creating this corrective structure, just bad news on banks. Then the United States bank sector might come to a more stable situation, and then the US dollar can get more power. So in that case, the interest on Bitcoin also can be decreased, and also the power of USD, because it is in the end against Bitcoin, against US dollar, it will be decreased. So in that case, with this AB3, we are going to see a reversal to this bottom level as well. And as the long term, let's jump into the weekly. Let me reset the chart, and yeah, I can remove some stuff. Let's clean bunch of them to have a better view. I'm really fan of cleaning chart because I cannot understand in this case. This daily zone is not really an interest of me. So as the long term, we discussed already about a midterm here, maybe return to these, or after some sort of a correction, just breaking out this one. For each, I can say that we might have, for the first scenario, just returning back, we might have a continuation to downside because, as we said, it is an impulsive. It is going to be continued to create a new impulsive wave downtrend, and that's the 78 percentage, which more than 78%, almost to 80 percentage of correction. It is meaning that it was not a correction. It's a huge amount of correction. As we are counting here, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not it is itself an impulsive wave, so not a correction. So that's why it will be continued to to the next level, maybe 100 percentage of return from these previous major one. Or if it is going to be a continuation, we already see that it has been reached to 127 of that previous wave here, but it might be continued because it's a third wave, and third wave, let's just bring up that extension again. This is the actually 127, but it might be continued to 161 as the target of the third wave. It is much more expected to this level, and then as the for after corrective assertion 5A, it also might be reached to this and another extension level, which also might be settled here on these levels, on these resistance zones, and this might be continued. I would like to bring another uh, conclusion, long-term conclusion, another scenario. We already talked about one bullish and one bearish, but also we can see, just coming back to this ABC might not be just finished or be continued as the momentum. We can see some sort of a range market as the combo. So this ABC can be our first wave. We can have an X as our first scenario at our midterm, but also we can have a reversal as the second, which the tool that I actually have chosen is the Elliott double combo wave. So in this case, if it is going to create some sort of a range market, after reaching this, we can see a more longer term of uh, side wave correction. The reason that I'm mentioning that it is about this 23 percentage, because these combo, these side wave structures are less than 15 percentage, and this might be the possible scenario because it is not a really a huge amount of correction as we are counting these as an impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we might see some sort of a range market in long term if just US dollar and Bitcoin, they cannot get the much power, either of them, to go bullish and bullish or bearish. So it might create some sort of range market as more continuation of these range combo waves here. So these were our conclusions. I also shared about the update for the previous about the previous analysis. Again, if you're watching me on YouTube, you can find the you can find the link to that analysis also in the description. Anyhow, we are done with this analysis as well. Hope you enjoy it. If you have any question, feel free to ask them in my Discord channel. Also, you can put comments if you are again on YouTube. I would be grateful to see some feedbacks from you. Until next analysis, thank you for watching me and have a nice day.